Hello, this is McMulligan, back with more Dark Souls. Alright, we're gonna continue on through Blight Town, and hopefully not have too harsh of a time getting through this place. Now, a lot of this is gonna be me running around just collecting items. Because a lot of the enemies will just respawn down here, like a lot of the toxin bugs, for instance, like those things. I'm fairly certain they just keep coming, because I've sat there for like an hour fighting those things before, and they just like keep coming from everywhere. I'm not sure if there's just an absurd amount of them around, or if like they actually just do keep coming, but I wasn't going to sit there for any longer than that back when I did that and to find out, because honestly they're just kind of obnoxious to fight. And after an hour of fighting those things, I was starting to run low on Estus. Mostly because they toxin you, and it's not great. You know, I never actually... I'm curious. Can you be toxined and poisoned at the same time? Something I've never actually tested out. But, on the note of this area, as you can see, yes, this is below everything. Firelink Shrine is somewhere up there, I think, because we're literally... because those are the walls of Lothric, so... well, they're literally at the bottom of the wall. So this is like a little swamp that's like at the bottom of the wall. Poisonous swamp. I assume the reason why it's so poisonous is probably because they dump all their sewage down here or something. And because of that, it's just kind of a shithole, and anyone that lives here kind of just becomes one with the poison as time goes on. Like, oh, might as well use this to survive. Oh yeah, green titanite. I believe that can be used to reinforce, like, your weapon, like, make, poison weapons and things like that. Very nasty thing to do. We're also gonna be going down through there at some point. Probably after, the next boss. I might honestly do a 2-boss run, like, do this video. We're going to fight Quailag, which, the world's biggest Drider. That's about the only way I can put that. Oh god, slugs, stop. Now these guys can drop large titanite though, so I probably will just kill them all as I'm going around. Ow. Come on. Come on, you slimy boys. Okay. Maybe not come at me so hard. Alright, there you go. Remember me, use your shield. You have it for a reason. It's like having a gun but not using it to fire at something. Win in combat. And immediately poisoned again. See, poison really isn't that bad compared to toxin. I mean, sure, it's like lowering my health, but it's very slow, whereas toxin buildup is like super quick. And if you have enough poison resistance, like you just completely build for poison resistance before coming down here, you can more or less like go through between these little islands and keep yourself from getting poisoned, period, but honestly, it's not really that worth it to do, because it does very little damage to you, and you can just kind of keep healing through it. Server, here of great sword used in mysterious ancient rite, imbued with frightful occult energy which restores HP with each hit. Yeah, there's a lot of, I guess, backwood religion down here. I mean, a lot of the pyromancers are down here. We actually meet a very important pyromancer down here at some point. I don't believe we can meet her till later, I don't think, but I might be wrong. But she is actually one of the old daughters of the Daughters of Chaos, but she was not converted like the others were. The others got malformed when they basically tried to make one with the pyromancy flame, or I forget what exactly the ritual was, but essentially, they were trying to imbue themselves with more power, and that ended up really screwing them over. Most of them became these giant, horrific spider-like beings. Ezelith herself became this giant, I guess you could say, fire tree type thing, but is more or less, I think, in internal agony and is just kind of angry at everything because they're the fire. Actually, I don't even know if they're really themselves anymore. I think that might have gotten stripped away from them when they did that. But hey, they're the ones that made that mistake and are now paying the price for it, so hey, that's kind of their fault. And we'll actually fight Ezelith at some point. We'll also fight a few of her children. Oh boy, this is, okay. Okay, slime. You slimy boy. Oh great, more bugs. Let's not deal with those right now. I don't feel like getting toxined. Probably should pop a heal before continuing on. Honestly, I'm probably going to want to go back to the bonfire soon. Oh yeah, pyromancies are also poison. You can also get poison pyromancies. Pretty useful, but kind of nasty though. I mean, a lot of things are resistant to poison in this game, so like it's not too terribly useful outside of PvP. That being said, if you're in PvP, go ahead. Poison items can be very useful if you can actually nail someone with them anyway. A lot of people are pretty good at avoiding that sort of thing. I'll start pumping my endurance, mostly to get my carry weight and things like that up. Also, just be able to swing more would be nice. And yeah, I know, I got this Pyromancy Flame, still haven't used it. Probably should start using it on, like, some bigger enemies. I'm not too used to using magic in this game, outside of sorceries, which when you're using sorceries, you get a lot of uses of them. Like, a lot of uses of them. I think it's the same way with miracles, because I've done, like, a cleric build in this game, and those are pretty fun to use. Actually, the clerical spells, like the Fate spells, are very powerful in the first game here. They're, like, more powerful than they've been in any game, and that was something I think I noted on earlier, is that the miracles get weaker as the games go on. Partly for game balance reasons, but it's also partly for lore, because the gods are more of the gods are dead by the time of 3 compared to 1, and 2 as well, you know, that sort of thing. Welcome to the Man-Eater. As you can see, sack on head. Okay. Okay, little bugs. I don't need your bullshit right now. And you get her butcher knife for defeating her. Actually, I'm just gonna go back and rest at the bonfire. I'm gonna go ahead and kindle the bonfire, actually. That way we already have it done. And actually, I should probably go back here before continuing on, because there are some items, or there is an item back here. At least in this chest, I believe. But yeah, no, as you can see, we encountered Man-Eater Mildred down here, and there's also a dragon scale. So Man-Eater Mildred, I don't really know if there's much about her in the lore at all. But I know she apparently has an affinity with the other sackheads we saw above that were also eating flesh in the sewers. God knows why she came down further into here. Maybe she thought she could handle it. Oh wait, it's over here. A dragon is inseparable from its scales, and the transcendent apostles who seek the perpetuity of the ancient dragons have crossed the very end of Earth to seek this invaluable treasure. Yeah, the dragon scales are kind of very rare anymore. Mostly because, well, most of them have already been used. The ones from, like, the dragons that were slayed during the war. They've been used for, like, armor, things like that, weapons. Actually, I believe Havel's gear is not actually made out of stone. I believe it's actually made out of dragon scales, which apparently weigh a ton. Which is why you have to have an incredible carry capacity in order to, like, even hope of, like... God, they're just gonna keep eating these at me, aren't they? Yeet! Don't worry, I'm not interested in you, I'm just interested in this item over here. Please don't eat that at me while I'm picking it up. Great club! Not really that useful of an item to me, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. Okay, you can please stop trying to eat this. Okay. No, clearly you're not. Clearly you do not like me at all. I can't necessarily blame you, but also go away. Ow. How many of these guys am I surrounded by? Nope. Nope. Oh, there we go. I think I'm gonna put myself back in the human mode and come over and grab my souls, though. Getting a little too ballsy with grabbing those items. No, I don't want to use twin humanities, I want to use a normal one. So yeah, you kind of want to be careful when gathering the items around there, because those guys can overwhelm you quickly. I'm not really fighting them because, well, honestly, it's not really worth it. At least to me. What the hell? What is your leg doing? You know what, we're just gonna move on from that. Okay, anyway. So yeah, this, oh, and these guys rolling the rocks. Because these other things you've encountered here are just evolved here because all the sewage and everything, and these things evolved to use fire because of, well, the proximity to the source of pyromancy. These guys, I think they were giants that got stuck down here. Like, legitimately, they were just giants that were, like, down here, like, basically were just down here and got stuck down here after the construction of the walls, and hell, they might have even been some of the slaves used in the construction of these walls. I'd imagine they probably were using slave labor to make this or something, because, seriously, the amount of manpower that would have to be used to make these walls, realistically, what the fuck? Okay. That happened. Oh well. Yeah, when I'm doing item collection, I tend to die a few times when I'm going through Blight Town because I'm just kind of running past most of everything. Because it's, most of the time, not worth fighting them because of the poison effect. Will just keep draining your health slowly and slowly over time, and you'll end up running out of Estus in the middle of fighting these guys, so it's... Unless you can, like, one or two shot most of the enemies down here, like one or two shot enemies down here. Like, specifically those big guys. They're not really all that worth fighting. And even then, I would still say, like, if you can't avoid them, just go ahead and do so anyway. Yeah, pretty sure they are the slave labor of this, of what was used in the construction of those walls. And as you can see, they still are not very happy with the fact that I am down here and, you know, running up this place. Even though I'm totally leaving you guys alone. Huh. Well, this is Quaggalag's domain. fairly webby, as you can see. Now, if anyone knows the whole reference I made with the Drider earlier, this will make a lot more sense to you. For those of you that don't get that, well, you're going to be in for a surprise if you haven't seen this already. And I believe that is the man-eater. Yep, it is Mildred herself. Himself, herself? No, definitely a her. But ass naked with a butcher knife. I mean, I guess it works. I forget if pyromancies are actually effective against Quelaag. I know that she's like, you know, fire spider, but I know that there are some fire enemies that fire is still effective against for some unknown reason. I mean, I can at least try it. I mean, my pyromancy flame's like at +6. So yeah, welcome. This is one of the daughters of Izalith. When they failed the ritual, she was turned into a fucking massive Drider. And I believe, in part, it was because of all the demonic energy that they were filling with. And by the way, when they did this ritual, it created all of the demons. Like, the demons exist because they did this ritual and basically fucked it all up. Hello. Alright, I'm trying to remember. Does that do any damage? No. Fire orb do anything? Nope. Okay. Just needed to check. My god, Mildred, how are you doing so much damage? I don't remember if Mildred has a quest line or not, but I'm summoning her just in case. I think I've only ever summoned her like once before. She is proving to be quite effective in this fight, like more than I thought she'd be. Oh, her attention's... I can't tell who her attention's for. Oh no, she's breathing the lava. Yep, no, I knew she was going for that. You gotta be careful when she goes for those explosions. How? She just killed the boss's most... Okay. Okay, apparently they upgraded her from what she was like in the base, because I remember summoning her in the base game, and she would just die like a bitch to this boss. Granted, most of the NPCs were that way, but I didn't think she'd be that effective. She basically took on the boss on her own. I feel a bit outplayed right now. I mean, granted, I could have handled Quelaag, but, like... Honestly, that was probably the best NPC summon I've had as of yet. Soul of Quelaag, once daughter of the Witch of Izalith, but now a Chaos Demon. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Special beings have special souls, and Quelaag's soul contains all aspects of chaos. Use it to acquire a huge amount of souls, or create a unique weapon. And that's the thing. I think I'm going to hold on to Quelaag. I think I'm going to hold on to all the boss souls, actually. Normally I'd use most of them, but, like, I actually kind of want to make their weapons and just show them off, if I can. Just so we can look at those descriptions and item descriptions and everything. That being said, here is the second bell. Alright then. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all next time. Later!